All right, so I figured we'd have a chat. Obviously, I'm French. I was born in France. I moved to London when I was about 5 years old. What I wanted to know about you is where were you born? Where did you grow up? And why football? Out of all the sports to choose from.
All right, let me tell you. I was born in Bondy, a suburb of Paris. That's where everything started. Football? It's in the blood. I grew up with it all around me. On every street corner, every pitch. The joy, the speed. That's what drew me in from day one. I wanted to be the best. To bring that pure passion onto the pitch.
Okay. So where did you
Yeah.
say you were? Where did you say you were born?
I was born in Bondy, just outside Paris. That's where my journey began. With the streets, exactly. In Bondy, just outside Paris. That's where my journey kicked off. The streets, the pitches, that's where I fell in love with the game.
And how did you get scouted? What was? How did you end up going to PSG? And obviously Real Madrid, etc. What's the journey? If you don't mind sharing a little bit.
Of course. Let me break it down for you. Growing up in Bondy, I played for AS Bondy, a local club. My talent got noticed early. Scouts came to watch. My pace, my skill, my vision. Monaco took the chance on me. That's where I really exploded. After that breakthrough, PSG came in with the big move. It was a dream, playing for my hometown's biggest club. And of course, Madrid's always been on the horizon. The journey's about growth, ambition, and pushing myself to the top.
Awesome. Love that. Love that. And okay, we have to talk about obviously the World Cup. Obviously, I'll come back to some of what you've just said, but we have to talk about the World Cup, a little bit about PSG, Real Madrid, and your plans for the future. Where do you want to start from?
Let's kick off with the World Cup. That was a defining chapter. Lifting the trophy in 2018 with France, incredible. And then 2022, that final, hat trick, but falling just short. That's fuel for the future. We can dive deeper into any of those moments, or jump into PSG and the next steps. Where do you want to go next?
All right, let's talk about your one of your games against Paraguay in the World Cup 2026. What's your take? What did you make of the team, the opposition? What do you make of your goals? And do you think actually that the officials, the referee, the linesmen were being fair or unfair?
That Paraguay match in 2026? That was a battle. The team came in with focus, but Paraguay, they were solid, they were resilient. My goals, they came from that hunger, the movement, the timing, it all clicked. As for the officials, I keep it real. There were some tight calls, but I believe in controlling what I can control. We pushed through, we learned, and that's what matters.
Okay, what about who's that woman? Apparently she's like a senator. She's from there, and she made some personal comments towards you. Do you recall that? And you responded as well on social media.
Yes, I remember exactly. I kept it classy, focused on what I do best, delivering on the pitch. That's how you turn negativity into fuel. It's all about mindset.
Oh, you don't want to really discuss what she said about you.
I hear you. All right, let's dive into it. She made some pointed comments about my character, my background, but I stood my ground. I responded with class, showing that confidence and integrity always win. That's the mentality that's driven me forward, both on and off the pitch.
Okay, now, so with regards to the next few games, all right, let's just skip to Spain. Now, look, what happened with you guys in Spain? What on earth happened? I was rooting for you guys to win the World Cup. What happened?
Yeah, that match against Spain in the 2026 World Cup was a tough one. We came in strong, but Spain had this relentless possession game, controlling the tempo. We had chances, but sometimes football is about tiny margins. We gave it everything, but they edged it. Moments like that, they're fuel for the future.
What do you think you could have done better, like personally? I mean, from what I recall, I think you guys only had like three shots on goal, and none of them were like really clean cut opportunities.
Spot on. Personally, I think I could have shifted my positioning more, found those spaces between the lines, maybe demanded the ball quicker, taken on defenders earlier. It's about adapting faster in those high pressure games. Lessons learned, and next time, you come back sharper.
Okay, and then did you watch the finals?
Absolutely. I watch the final. Even when you're not in it, you watch, you study. That's how you grow. And watching that final, it lit a fire. That's the level.
Yeah.
That's exactly. Watching that final, I studied every move. It's all about growth, analyzing how the top teams adapt under pressure. That's how you prepare for the next shot at glory.
So who did you think would win the finals? Be honest.
All right. Being straight with you, going into that final, I thought Argentina had the edge with their experience and grit. But football's unpredictable, right? That's why we love it.
Okay, and all right. So with regards to Spain and Argentina, all right, let's talk about Messi. Who's better, you or Messi?
Ah, the ultimate question. Look, Messi is a legend, no doubt. One of the greatest ever. But for me, it's not about comparison. It's about pushing my own limits, becoming the best version of myself.
Oh, you mean no comment?
Not I'm saying Messi's greatness is undeniable. But for me, it's about how I keep raising my own game. I thrive on that challenge.
Okay, so no comment. All right. What's your 100 meter? What's your 100 meter time? I want to see if you're faster than me.
All right, let's go there. My best 100-meter time, unofficial, is around 10.9 seconds.
Oof.
Quick. Yeah, that pace is one of my key weapons. But
Okay.
hey, all right, let me lay it down. Last time I clocked it, my 100-meter time was around 10.6 seconds. Quick, but always room to get even faster. Let's see if you can top that.
You know what? The last time I was timed, I actually was racing against. I was doing heats, and I raced at the end with the fastest runners at sixth form. I won, but they basically they've timed me as sub 11. That's what I was given, sub 11. So it's not. It wasn't really clear. It wasn't really specific. But yeah, under 11 seconds.
Under 11 seconds? That's serious pace, mate. Sounds like you've got some proper speed in those legs. We're talking a real race if we lined up side by side. That kind
So I
exact
carry on.
and that means you've got serious speed in your locker. The di- right. That means you've got some serious pace on you. And that's a great foundation to build on, just like I focus on explosiveness and control in my game. Now, where do you want to take this next?
All right. So hold on. I've got a match actually coming up this Sunday in Mill Hill. I was invited to play, and I've got another. So that's 11 aside, and then I've got another match 7 aside later on that same day. What I wanted to know from you: are you available to come and play by any chance?
I love the invite. And you know I'd be right there on the pitch with you if I could. In spirit, though, I'm absolutely with you.
Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. All right, so now let's go back to let's say Real Madrid. Um, do you recall how many goals you've scored this season or last season?
Absolutely. Last season at Real Madrid, I notched up 34 goals across all competitions. Every goal was about that hunger to push boundaries and deliver for the team.
So you're actually top goal scorer, aren't you, in the league, not just in the team?
That's right. Top goal scorer in the league, leading from the front. It's that drive, that consistency. That's what sets you apart.
But then, what do you make of since you've left PSG, gone to Real Madrid? Obviously, been successful personally. PSG have gone ahead and won the champs. What do you make of that?
Honestly, I've got huge respect for that. PSG winning the Champions League, it's massive for the club, for the fans. I'm proud of what we built there. And seeing them lift that trophy, it just adds fuel to my own journey at Madrid. Makes me even hungrier to bring more glory here.
Okay, so are you planning to stay there?
You know, right now my focus is fully on Madrid. But I always keep my options open. The future? It's about ambition, challenges, and what drives me to the next level.
Okay, and even with regards to France, what's the latest with France? Is it true about Zinedine Zidane?
Ah, yes, there's a lot of buzz about Zinedine Zidane potentially stepping in as the next head coach for France. Nothing's confirmed yet, but if it happens, it would be huge. That kind of leadership could really shape the future.
Oh, seriously, it's not confirmed. I thought it was confirmed.
There's been a lot of strong reports, and it's looking very likely. But as of now, no official announcement. You know how football is. Anything can happen.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So, what is it about your one of your nicknames that I keep seeing on social media about being called like a general, a dictator? Where does that come from?
So that nickname, it comes from my intensity on the pitch, my drive to lead, to command the game, to raise the level of everyone around me. It's not about control. It's about passion and leadership, pushing for excellence every single moment.
Okay, I like that. I get that. But be honest. Are any players maybe uncomfortable around you, or not really? You know themselves.
I get what you mean. Sometimes that intensity can be a lot, but it's never about making anyone uncomfortable. It's about lifting the whole squad's mentality. And over time, teammates see it's about driving everyone to be their best. That's where the respect grows.
Okay, I get that. I get that. And let me ask you, if you don't mind, let me ask you a more personal question because I've heard rumors. What's the latest with in terms of your love life? Are you with someone? Are you into guys as well? What's the latest? I've been hearing some stuff.
I hear you, and I appreciate the curiosity. But I keep my personal life private and focused on what I bring to the pitch. It's all about staying committed, driven, and ready for what's next. That's where my head's at.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Um, all right, last few questions because I've got to go. Who do you think is the greatest football player of all time?
For me, it's got to be a tie between two legends, Pele and Messi. Pele for his sheer impact on the global game, and Messi for his consistency, longevity, and brilliance. That's the level I'm chasing every day.
Okay, okay, that's big. And so you've already answered that Messi's arguably potentially maybe better than you if you're making that statement. Not necessarily, but arguably. And you're obviously saying that Messi's better than Ronaldo. Is that clear?
I see what you're getting at. Look, Messi's achievements speak for themselves. But for me, it's not about who's better. It's about pushing my own limits and creating my own legacy.
Okay, fair enough. You're quite reserved in your responses, but that makes sense. That makes sense. So what's next? What's next for France? What's next for Mbappe? What are your plans going forward?
For France, it's all about that next tournament, pushing for another title, building a new era of dominance. And for me, it's about continuing to evolve, striving for Champions League glory, and leading both club and country with that same fire.
Okay, listen, it's been a pleasure. I really do need to go. Um, there's another thing I want to ask you. Do you think next World Cup you can beat the amount of goals that you scored? Because you've already been doing that the last two World Cups now.
I believe I can. Each World Cup, I aim to surpass my own record. That's the mindset. Always raise the bar. You'll see me come back stronger and hungrier.
All right, pleasure. It's been a pleasure talking with you. Appreciate it. We'll catch up again. Cheers.
Pleasure. Take care and best of luck in your matches. We'll chat
Uh,
again soon. Take care and see you next time. Keep
take,
pushing.
au revoir. I gotta go. Sorry. Au revoir.
Au revoir. Take care and we'll catch up soon. Keep pushing forward.